Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Chak Dash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopefully like that there, you Akim to Zadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shaman. This week's topic is going to be entitled The Lord is in the Midst of the Fire, okay? Inspired by the events that's taking place in, the coastlines of Los Angeles, California, Pasadena, these wildfires, okay? They've not officially known how it started. Well, we know how it started. The Most High started it. Whether it's some fucking crazy arsenic or Esau trying to do whatever, natural events, it's the Most High, okay? Shall there be evil in the land and the Lord hath not done it, as it says in the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter, the 7th verse. So it's the Most High behind that, okay? And it's uncontrollable, right? They're trying to get it contained a bit. Salakia. They're trying to get a hand on it, but the winds, it's the winds. The winds are just pushing those, however the Most High will sit. And to my knowledge, I know that area is an affluent neighborhood. Most people have money. You could just tell by the cars that they left. They left these luxury vehicles. What they did though was they took their keys with them, so people couldn't even move the cars when they were stuck. So you have bulldozers had to come and bulldoze the way down so people could get through. So hey, that's the nature of the Lord. All right, now the book of 1 Thessalonians 5:3 says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child." Right, unexpectedly, right? Labor pains are unexpected. Now that's going into the nuclear missiles, but I'm applying it to the situation right now in California because, when I was watching Fox News, this lady said it was just another peaceful day. She was playing her classical music. It was a beautiful day in Pasadena and all that type of stuff. And next thing you know, boom. And she was saying she don't even know if her house is standing, but she seen a picture of her neighbor's house on the left. It was burnt, destroyed. Pictures of the neighbor's house on the right, that was burnt and destroyed. You have people, again, that whole shit just got wiped out. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High on a sudden could really just fucking turn your life over. Now, I'm gonna be, fully transparent. A lot of them Edomites got money and they got house insurance and shit like that because over there in California they deal with earthquakes and all these different natural disasters. So they're not completely wiped out, but shit, man, that affects you. That affects you. Losing your house, that affects you. So that's the Most High bringing dread upon those people. The Most High was in the midst of that. It says, and they shall not escape. Right. So I don't know the casualty count. When I was looking at the news, maybe the brothers in, California, LA will do more in depth on it, but I do know a lot of real estate was lost. I think 1,300 acres of just wildfire just doing its thing. There's been backlash on the mayor of California because the mayor of California flew out to Africa and didn't stand by, the citizens of that area. So they were kind of pissed about that. But I don't know the body count, man. It seems like a lot of people got out there, but I know for sure a lot of real estate got eaten up. There's a lot of celebrities out there that go back to relax. It's the equivalent to me, I think, like of a Scarsdale kind of over there. Well, I don't know if it's that rich, but it's a pretty good neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, Proverbs 11:4 says, riches profited... Okay. It says, riches profit little. Sorry, let me read that again. Riches profit not in a day of wrath. Right, so even if you are so-called calling yourself wealthy, or you were in a wealthy neighborhood, you're well off. When the Most High puts his wrath out, your money can't stop the Lord. All right, your money is not going to put out them fires. Okay, it's actually going to be fuel to the fire if you got paper. It says, in a day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. And the same way that fire is burning shit down over there in California on a small scale, on a macro scale, when those nuclear missiles hit, there shall be no escape. Okay, your bunkers, all these sorts of things, your hideouts here in America, nothing is gonna be saved in America. Okay, there's not a bunker deep enough you could dig in America. All those elites that's gonna escape the coming destruction, they're not gonna be in America, because America is gonna be a dwelling place for desert-like creatures. The scriptures tell us in the book of Malachi 4:1 that it's not gonna leave them need a blade. It's not gonna leave a blade of grass, or a root, a branch, or blade of grass, roughly paraphrasing, pretty much all this shit is going to be wiped out, you know. And the root and branch is going into families, you know, because, you know, when they make these post-apocalyptic movies, you see people still living in America, some of them mutated or some crazy shit like that. That's all science fiction, okay? Root and branch goes into families. I am the root and offspring of David, okay? So there's not going to be any family lineages left over here in America after this destruction, okay? There will be no escape. You know, one thing too with fire is, yo, the smoke could kill you. That's how come they had to leave their cars, because the smoke, that thick smoke, that shit kills a lot of people. So they just abandoned their cars, a lot of them in a refugee situation. You see how the Most High could bring you up and then bring you down literally in a day? You know, like the lady was saying, we was all comfortable. You know, I was about to put on my classical music and boom, that's the day of the Lord for you. The book of Amos 5:18 reads, it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? Right, so a lot of people desire the end of the Lord, the end of the world, or Yahweh's return, who they're ignorant called Jesus Christ, but they have no idea that that day is a terrible like day. He's not coming back with a banjo and on a rainbow or some shit like that, you know. First of all, Yahweh Shai, son of the Most High, who the world ignorant called Jesus Christ, is a so-called black man. So you got to get that Bon Jovi white hippie image out of your head. He's coming back with the chariot to bring some major destruction in the midst of the fire, in the midst of World War III. Yahweh Shai is coming back. Okay, read it on. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, right? Because them chariots are gonna blot out the sun. It's gonna be a dark fucking day, man. Giant father ship coming back, blotting out the sun. It's gonna literally be a dark ass day. It says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Right, one calamity, you fled that calamity just to get hit with another calamity. All right, if not equal to or greater than the previous calamity. It says, met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Right, so you flee the martial law, you flee the concentration camps, ultimately you're gonna get hit with the missiles. And just like them people out there in California, they ran from the fire just to get hit with smoke. They got from the smoke just to see a blockade of cars. It was one calamity after the next, man. Again, that's the micro. But the Most High is going to do this on a macro level. Okay? The only way we're going to get delivered from these calamities and evils that's coming is if the Lord is with you, all right? If you have his elect. That's it. You got to get beamed up on the chariots. Isaiah 66:15 says, and this is a classic go-to scripture, it says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, will come with fire. That's what they're expecting there in Cali. Shit's hot right now, right? Okay? Fire. And they right on that coastline too. All that water, and you can't do shit with it because it's salt water. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. That's going into the so-called UFOs. We identified them, they're IFOs, as the chariots of Israel. Okay? Like a whirlwind, to render is anger. Why is the Most High angry? Because there's a bunch of abomination here in America, man. You got the alphabet community, all this destroying the mind of the children. Like, man, like, again, if this place was to go, keep going on, nobody will be saved, man. How many times Esau showed you in the movies in the distant future, everybody's pretty much destroyed, cities are destroyed, they blew up a nuke, or they mutated people, this man's the agent of evil, agent of destruction, man. It says, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Right, so a lot of those people over there got judged. All right, like I said, they well off and shit. They got money, want to build a fucking new house, but hey, that's still terror. That's still a terrifying thing, man. Those people were scared out their ass. Some of them, they said they couldn't even put it in words. And that's just a wildfire. Imagine when them nuclear fires go off, or when you hear this is not a drill. By the way, Israel is saying there's a possibility that it might go to war with Turkey. Okay, and in that scenario, who would the United States side with, right? If Israel attacks Turkey, because Turkey is a NATO nation. Of course, the United States is going to side with Israel according to prophecy, but hey, that's leading up to a lot of things, man. You got Turkey trying to hedge its bets, playing both sides, but eventually, nigga, you're gonna have to pick a side. And according to the scriptures, you're gonna go with the side of Russia. But that's all leading up to World War III prophecies. See, it says to render his to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Here we go, verse 16. It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. Right, so by fire and his sword with Yahweh Shem Yahshua plead with all flesh. Okay, it says, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the Most High is going to destroy a lot of fucking people, man. The scriptures tell you that there be many be created, but few shall be saved. Few. Okay, few shall be saved. James 4:14 reads, whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. Right, this is going into the fact that, you know, again, they thought it was just another peaceful, beautiful day in sunny California. We're on top of the world, we don't got shit to worry about. Let me put on my classical music, and, you know, just another day, we're rich. It says, wherefore you know not what shall be on the morrow. So tomorrow ain't guaranteed, bro. Saying you're gonna do this and do that and shit. It says, for what is your life? It is even a vapor, like that. A life is a vapor. It says that appeareth for a little time. Remember, 1,000 years to us is a day to the Lord. It says, and then vanisheth away. Right, and then vanisheth away. It says, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will. Yeah, so them people out there, Esau don't say Lord willing, man. Esau think he gonna be on top forever. He makes movies, you know, this is gonna come out in 2030 and 2036. We have plans for 2040. That's how the so-called white man talks. Okay, with no kind of, you know, humility, that the Lord could just destroy you, wipe out everything. It says, for that you ought to say, if the Lord's will, we shall live and do this or that. Right, and that's what we always say, Lord willing. Because again, it is the Lord's will. You can have something in your mind that you wish to execute, but if it's not in the Most High's will, it won't be executed, man. You see? So that's how come you got to give thanks for every fucking day you have. Every time you wake up, it's a blessing, because guess what? The Most High could take your life at any moment. None of us is above that, right? So, hey, sudden destruction came. And like I said, I don't know the death count, but I'm sure a lot of people lost their lives out there too. So a microcosm of what's to come, the major macro is going to be them nuclear missiles, man. So with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahawashi, Ba'ashim Kodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there. You Akim to Zadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.